Fruits have long been celebrated as nature's perfect gift, offering vibrant colors, delightful flavors, and a promise of health in every bite. For many seniors, reaching for a sweet, juicy piece of fruit feels like a wholesome choice, a simple way to nourish the body while savoring life's small pleasures. Yet as we age, the body we've known for decades begins to shift in subtle but significant ways, altering how it responds to even the most familiar foods. What once provided energy and vitality, like a crisp apple or a refreshing slice of watermelon, can now unexpectedly leave us feeling tired, dizzy, or unwell. This isn't about fear-mongering or stripping away the joys of eating. It's about understanding a critical truth. Aging brings changes: slower metabolism, weaker kidneys, shifting blood sugar responses that can transform some fruits from allies into hidden risks. Today, I'm here to guide you through 8 fruits that may seem harmless, but could pose serious challenges for seniors, especially those over 60. We'll explore why these risks emerge, how they affect your health, and, most importantly, what you can do to stay vibrant without sacrificing flavor. Imagine enjoying a tropical star fruit only to find it silently stressing your kidneys, or popping grapes that send your blood sugar soaring. These aren't rare hypotheticals. They're real possibilities backed by science and stories from people like you. By the end of this journey, you'll have clear, practical knowledge, tools to make smarter choices that honor your body's evolving needs. So let's begin this exploration together, peeling back the layers of these everyday favorites to reveal what's really at stake and how to keep thriving. As we move through the years, our bodies undergo a natural evolution, a process that's both remarkable and humbling. For seniors, this means that organs and systems we've relied on, like the kidneys, digestive tract, and metabolism, don't work with the same vigor they did in our 30s or 50s. Fruits, often praised as pure and nourishing, aren't exempt from this shift. Their sugars, acids, and nutrients can interact with an aging body in ways we might not expect. Understanding why this happens is the first step to making informed choices that protect your health without losing the pleasures of eating. Take the kidneys, for instance. They're your body's tireless filters, clearing out waste and balancing fluids day after day. With age, their efficiency naturally declines, a gradual change that might not show obvious signs until a challenge, like a problematic fruit, comes along. Then there's blood sugar regulation, which becomes trickier as cells grow less responsive to insulin, a hormone that keeps glucose in check. Fruits high in sugar, once a quick energy boost, can now spike levels too fast, leaving you sluggish or at risk for bigger issues like diabetes. Digestion changes too. The stomach lining thins, acid reflux becomes more common, and enzymes shift in how they handle food. A fruit that soothed your gut at 40 might irritate it at 70, especially if it's acidic or enzyme heavy. Medications, so common among seniors for managing heart conditions or cholesterol, add another layer. Some fruits can interfere, either weakening the drugs or amplifying their effects dangerously. These aren't flaws in the fruits themselves, but reflections of how time reshapes us, demanding a new approach to what we eat. Picture a lifetime of enjoying bananas or oranges, habits built on trust in their goodness. Now, science tells us that potassium or acidity could strain your heart or stomach in ways they never did before. This section isn't about abandoning fruit. It's about grasping why risks emerge, so you can adjust with confidence and keep your plate full of flavor. Armed with this insight, let's dive into the specifics, starting with a fruit that's exotic yet deceptively perilous. 1. Star fruit, the silent kidney killer. Star fruit shines with a vibrant yellow glow, its star-shaped slices promising a tropical escape in every crisp, juicy bite. For many seniors, it's an appealing treat, plucked from grocery shelves or farmers markets, evoking sunny beaches and carefree days. But beneath its exotic charm lies a hidden threat, one that targets an organ you might not think twice about: your kidneys. As we age, these vital filters weaken, and star fruit can turn a simple snack into a serious health risk. The danger stems from a neurotoxin called caramboxin, naturally present in star fruit, which healthy kidneys typically clear out with ease. In younger years, your body handles it effortlessly, flushing it away before it can do harm. But for seniors, especially those over 60, kidney function often declines, sometimes without clear symptoms like swelling or fatigue to warn you. When this happens, caramboxin builds up in the blood, slipping into the nervous system with alarming consequences. What starts as mild dizziness or a foggy feeling can escalate quickly, turning into confusion, nausea, or even seizures. In the most vulnerable cases, it's been linked to coma or death, a chilling reality documented in medical reports. Consider John, a 72-year-old retiree from Florida who loved his healthy lifestyle and added star fruit to his diet for variety. After a week of enjoying its tart sweetness, he collapsed one afternoon, his family rushing him to the ER, where doctors traced the crisis to his kidneys' struggle with that very fruit. John's story isn't rare. The National Kidney Foundation warns that even a small serving can be toxic for those with reduced kidney function. Yet this risk often flies under the radar, masked by star fruit's wholesome reputation. Thankfully, you don't need to sacrifice flavor. Alternatives like Asian pears offer a juicy crunch, while dragon fruit brings tropical flair without the danger. Steering clear of star fruit isn't about loss. It's about protecting the kidneys that have served you for decades, ensuring they keep you strong. 2. Grapes. The blood sugar trap. Grapes have a special place in our hearts, those tiny bursts of sweetness that feel like nature's simplest pleasure. For seniors, they're a go-to snack, easy to grab, requiring no peeling, perfect for a quiet afternoon or a movie night treat. Marketed as a healthy choice packed with antioxidants, they seem like a guilt-free indulgence, a far cry from sugary candies. However, as we age, grapes can reveal a deceptive side, posing risks to blood sugar stability and even physical safety. The trouble begins with their sugar content, which hits the bloodstream fast due to a high glycemic index, a measure of how quickly foods raise glucose levels. In our younger years, the body manages this surge smoothly, but by our 60s or 70s, insulin response often slows, making those spikes harder to control. For seniors with diabetes, prediabetes, or even age-related sensitivity, this can mean more than a fleeting energy crash. It's a step toward nerve damage or heart risks. Patricia, a 68-year-old from Chicago, learned this firsthand when she swapped cookies for grapes, only to face blurry vision and exhaustion weeks later, her doctor linking it to erratic glucose from her daily cupful. Beyond blood sugar, grapes carry a surprising physical hazard: choking, a risk that grows as swallowing reflexes weaken with age. Their smooth, round shape can slip into the windpipe, especially for those with dentures or less saliva, turning a pleasant bite into an emergency. Safety reports note a rise in such incidents among seniors, a statistic that underscores how even small fruits demand caution. Patricia's story and others like it reveal a truth. What feels wholesome can strain an aging body in ways we don't expect. You don't have to ban grapes entirely. Cutting them into quarters and pairing them with nuts can ease both risks. Better yet, switch to blueberries or raspberries, which offer sweet tart flavor with lower sugar and a softer, safer texture. These choices aren't about giving up enjoyment. They're about adapting wisely, keeping your energy steady and your meals worry-free. Grapes may be a classic, but for seniors, a little caution or a smarter swap goes a long way. 3. Oranges, the acid reflux trigger. Oranges carry a bright legacy, their sunny hue and zesty scent making them a symbol of vitality for generations. For many seniors, starting the day with a glass of orange juice or peeling one for a snack is a cherished ritual rooted in their fame for vitamin C and immune support. They're a staple in kitchens everywhere, promising a burst of energy and a shield against colds. Hardly something you'd suspect of trouble. Yet as we age, oranges can quietly stir up problems, from digestive discomfort to medication mix-ups that catch us off guard. The main culprit is their acidity, which becomes a challenge as the body's defenses weaken over time. The lower esophageal sphincter, a valve keeping stomach acid in place, loses its strength in our later years, letting acid creep up more easily. For seniors, this means eating an orange or sipping its juice can spark acid reflux, bringing a burning chest or a sour taste that lingers uncomfortably. Margaret, a 73-year-old from Minnesota, felt this keenly. Her decades-long habit of morning orange juice turned into nights of heartburn, only easing when she cut it out at her doctor's urging. It doesn't stop there. Oranges can wear down aging teeth, their citric acid softening enamel already thinned by years of use, inviting sensitivity or cavities. Even more critical, they interfere with over 50 common medications, like those for blood pressure or cholesterol, altering how the drugs work in your system. A glass of juice with breakfast might weaken a pill's effect, or boost it dangerously, leaving you less protected than you think. Margaret's relief came with a switch to red bell peppers, which pack even more vitamin C without the acidic sting. Kiwi offers another gentle option, sweet and tart, but kinder to the stomach and teeth. If oranges are too hard to part with, dilute the juice or eat them hours apart from meds to lessen the risks. These adjustments aren't about losing a favorite. They're about keeping your digestion calm and your health steady. Aging gracefully means tweaking traditions, not abandoning them, so you can savor the day without the burn. 4. Avocados, the hidden fat bomb. Avocados have soared to fame in recent years, their creamy texture and nutty taste earning them a spot as a health food superstar. For seniors, they're often seen as a smart choice. Loaded with heart-friendly fats, they promise to lower cholesterol and boost brain health without guilt. You'll find them mashed on toast, tossed into salads, or blended into smoothies, a trendy addition that feels both modern and nourishing. But as we age, avocados reveal a less discussed side, where their richness can quietly tip the scales, literally and figuratively, against us. The first issue is their calorie density, a factor that hits harder when metabolism slows in our 60s and beyond. A single medium avocado packs about 240 calories, enough to rival a full meal, yet it's easy to eat more without realizing it. For Robert, a 75-year-old from Denver, swapping bacon for avocado toast seemed like a win. Until 6 months later, he'd gained 12 pounds, his knees creaking under the extra weight. Those calories, once burned off in an active youth, now linger, straining joints and sapping energy in ways that creep up unnoticed. Then there's vitamin K, a nutrient avocados deliver in abundance, which can clash with blood thinners like warfarin, medications many seniors rely on for heart health. Too much vitamin K can thicken blood, countering the drug's effects and raising the risk of clots, a subtle danger for those managing conditions like atrial fibrillation. Add to that a quirky risk. Avocado proteins mimic latex, potentially triggering allergic reactions like itchy throats or swelling, especially in those sensitive to latex gloves. Robert felt the weight gain, but others might face these hidden hurdles without connecting the dots. You don't need to ditch healthy fats entirely. Olive oil drizzled on veggies or a handful of almonds offers similar benefits with fewer calories and no medication risks. If avocados stay on your plate, keep it to a quarter at a time, a few days a week to enjoy their perks safely. This isn't about deprivation, it's about balancing a superfood's gifts with an aging body's limits. Small shifts like these protect your mobility and heart, letting you thrive without the sneaky setbacks. 5. Watermelon, the fluid balance disruptor. Watermelon feels like summer in every bite, its juicy red flesh dripping with refreshment that calls to mind picnics and warm days. For seniors, it's often a favorite, not just for its sweet, light taste, but for its promise of hydration, especially when drinking water all day feels like a chore. With over 90% water, it seems like a safe, natural way to stay cool and healthy. A fruit that couldn't possibly cause trouble. Yet as we age, watermelon's abundance can upset the body's delicate balance, challenging blood sugar and fluid levels in surprising ways. Despite its watery nature, watermelon hides a hefty sugar load, about 18 grams in 2 cups, delivered fast thanks to its high glycemic index. For seniors with diabetes or insulin resistance, common as we get older, this quick spike can leave you dizzy or drained, stressing systems already working harder to stabilize glucose. Beyond sugar, its water and potassium content can overwhelm aging kidneys or hearts, organs that don't filter or pump as efficiently after decades of use. Betty, a 78-year-old from Arizona, leaned on watermelon to beat the desert heat, only to find her ankles swelling and breath shortening, her doctor linking it to fluid overload from her daily slices. Too much fluid too fast can lead to edema, puffy legs or hands, or strain a heart managing high blood pressure, risks that turn a cooling treat into a health hurdle. Betty's case wasn't unique. The American Heart Association cautions seniors with heart or kidney issues to watch water-rich foods closely. The timing matters too. Eating it late can leave you bloated by morning, a subtle sign your body's struggling to keep up. Her doctor suggested moderation, half a cup with a handful of almonds to slow the sugar rush, restoring her summer without the scare. Cucumber slices in water offer hydration without the sugar or potassium punch, while frozen berries bring a chilled sweetness that's gentler all around. If watermelon's still your pick, a few cubes early in the day keep the flavor without the flood. These tweaks aren't about giving up joy. They're about ensuring your body stays steady so summer stays sweet and safe. Aging means listening to those quiet signals, adjusting with care to keep feeling your best. 6. Papaya, the medication interferer. Papaya glows with tropical allure, its bright orange flesh offering a creamy sweetness that feels like a taste of paradise. For seniors, it's often prized as a digestive aid, thanks to papain, an enzyme billed as a natural fix for bloating or sluggish stomachs. You might slice it into breakfast or blend it into a smoothie, trusting its reputation as a superfood that soothes and nourishes. But as we age, papaya can meddle in ways we don't expect, clashing with medications and stirring up trouble for some bodies. The biggest concern lies with papain, which doesn't just break down food, it can amplify blood thinners like warfarin, a lifeline for many managing heart conditions or stroke risk. This boost can thin blood too much, raising chances of bruising, nosebleeds, or even internal bleeding, a danger that slips past most warning labels. Helen, a 71-year-old from San Diego, adored her daily papaya until mysterious bruises bloomed on her arms, her doctor tracing it to her warfarin dose, going haywire from the fruit. It doesn't stop there. Papaya can also disrupt diabetes meds like metformin, sending blood sugar on a roller coaster of highs and lows. Allergies add another twist. Papaya shares proteins with latex, and for seniors with hidden sensitivities, it might spark itchy mouths or stomach cramps. Reactions that can emerge late in life. Helen faced more than bruises. Her glucose swings left her tired, a double blow she never linked to her trusted fruit until tests revealed the truth. The National Institutes of Health urge caution for those on multiple meds or with allergy histories, noting papaya's unpredictability. Her doctor paused it entirely, stabilizing her levels, then suggested rare small servings under watch, if at all. Plain yogurt offers probiotics for digestion without the risks, while ginger tea soothes gently, free of meddling enzymes. A ripe banana, in moderation, brings sweetness and potassium with less interference, a safer tropical touch. Letting go of papaya isn't defeat, it's reclaiming control, ensuring your meds work as they should and your gut stays calm. Aging asks us to weigh benefits against surprises, choosing what truly supports us now. 7. Bananas. The potassium overload risk. Bananas hold a special charm, their sunny yellow peels wrapping a soft, sweet fruit that's as convenient as it is comforting. For seniors, they're a daily staple, a quick energy lift, a gentle snack for tender stomachs, or a potassium-packed boost for the heart. Portable and mild, they seem like nature's perfect offering, a reliable friend through busy mornings or quiet afternoons. But as we age, bananas can shift from a safe choice to a subtle threat, especially for kidneys and blood sugar adapting to the years. Potassium is their star nutrient, vital for muscles and a steady heartbeat, delivered at about 400 milligrams per fruit. In youth, kidneys filter this excess effortlessly, but by our 60s or 70s, their efficiency often fades, sometimes silently without obvious clues. For seniors with mild kidney decline, a condition millions live with undiagnosed, too many bananas can push potassium levels into hyperkalemia, a risky overload. James, a 74-year-old from Texas, ate 2 daily until dizziness and a racing pulse landed him in the ER, his high potassium threatening his heart's rhythm. It's not just the kidneys. Bananas' 14 grams of sugar and fast-digesting carbs can spike blood glucose, a challenge for those with diabetes or insulin resistance. That quick surge might feel energizing at first, only to drop you into fatigue an hour later, a roller coaster aging bodies handle less well. James's near miss showed how a lifelong habit turned perilous. His doctors banning bananas until his level settled, a wake-up call he hadn't expected. The lesson isn't to fear bananas, but to respect their potency. Half a fruit a few times a week might suit better than daily doubles. Berries like strawberries bring sweetness with less potassium and slower sugar release, while a baked sweet potato offers comfort without the overload. Pairing a small banana with protein, like yogurt, can tame the sugar spike, keeping energy even. This isn't about losing a favorite, it's about tuning into your body's whispers, safeguarding your heart and strength. Aging wisely means rethinking routines, not just clinging to them, so every bite keeps you steady. 8. Pineapple, the digestive disruptor. Pineapple summons visions of tropical bliss, its golden flesh bursting with juicy sweetness that feels like a vacation in every bite. For seniors, it's a refreshing pick. Rich in vitamin C, often touted as a digestive helper thanks to its enzyme bromelain, and a bright spot in any meal. Whether sliced fresh, grilled, or whirled into a smoothie, it carries a promise of health and a taste of sunshine. Yet as we age, pineapple's intensity can turn against us, stirring up digestion and clashing with meds in ways that dim its glow. Its high acidity is the first hurdle, a challenge for stomachs that grow more delicate over time. The lower esophageal sphincter weakens with age, letting acid reflux flare up more easily, and pineapple's sharp pH can fuel that fire, leaving you with heartburn or a raw throat. Bromelain, praised for breaking down proteins, sounds ideal until it irritates a sensitive gut, causing bloating or cramps in those with worn linings or conditions like IBS. Some even feel a tingly mouth, a sign the enzyme's working overtime, a quirk that's less charming when it lingers. Then there's the medication angle. Bromelain has blood-thinning traits which can amplify drugs like warfarin or aspirin, common for seniors managing heart health. This might mean slower clotting or unexpected bruising, a quiet risk tied to a fruit you'd never suspect. For diabetics, its 16 grams of sugar per cup can jolt glucose levels, doubling the trouble when paired with its acidity. Picture enjoying a slice after dinner, only to wrestle with a sour stomach or restless night. Too common a trade-off for some, mango offers a milder tropical sweetness, while cantaloupe delivers juicy flavor with less sting and sugar. If pineapple's a must, a few chunks with yogurt can buffer the acid and slow the sugar rush. Just keep it away from med times. This isn't about swearing off a treat, it's about noticing how your body responds, adjusting to keep digestion smooth and health intact. Aging invites us to savor wisely, tweaking the dose so the pleasure stays and the pitfalls fade. Knowing which fruits pose risk is a powerful start, but putting that knowledge into action is what keeps you thriving as the years unfold. For seniors, adjusting fruit habits doesn't mean emptying your fridge or losing the flavors you love. It's about making small, smart shifts that fit your body's needs today. With a little planning and awareness, you can enjoy meals that feel good, taste great, and support your health without guesswork. Let's walk through some practical steps to guide you, ensuring every bite works with you, not against you. Start by checking in with your body. Notice how you feel after eating a fruit like bananas or watermelon, watching for tiredness, bloating, or unease. These clues, subtle as they might be, signal what's working and what's not, giving you a personal map to follow. Next, talk to your doctor, especially if you're on medications or managing conditions like diabetes or kidney issues. Simple blood tests can reveal limits you might not sense. Armed with this insight, you can tweak your choices, swapping high-risk fruits for gentler ones without a sense of loss. Portion size matters too. Rather than a heaping bowl of grapes or a whole avocado, try a handful or a quarter, pairing them with protein like nuts or cheese to steady sugar spikes. Timing plays a role as well. Eating fruits earlier in the day gives your body more hours to process sugars or fluids, avoiding nighttime puffiness or restless sleep. For variety, explore alternatives. Swap oranges for kiwi, pineapple for mango, or watermelon for cucumber. Each keeps flavor alive while easing the load on your system. Keep a list handy, maybe on your fridge, of safe picks and limits, so shopping and snacking stay stress-free. This isn't a rigid rule book. It's a flexible guide, letting you adapt as you go, tasting new options and rediscovering old ones. Think of it like tending a garden. Prune what doesn't serve you, nurture what does, and watch vitality bloom. These adjustments honor the body you've lived in for decades, keeping it strong and steady for the moments that matter. With practice, it's not a chore, it's empowerment, a way to savor life's sweetness on your terms. Fruits weave through our lives like threads of memory, bananas fueling busy mornings, oranges brightening winter days, pineapples sparking vacation dreams. For seniors, these flavors carry comfort and joy, a link to years well lived, making it hard to imagine they could ever turn risky. But as we've explored, aging reshapes how our bodies respond, turning some favorites into challenges for kidneys, blood sugar, or digestion. This isn't a call to empty your fruit bowl. It's an invitation to choose wisely, keeping vitality within reach. From star fruit's kidney threat to grapes' sugar spikes, we've uncovered 8 fruits that demand caution, each with safer swaps like berries or kiwi to ease the shift. Stories like John's collapse or Betty's swelling remind us these aren't just theories. They're real moments where knowledge could have changed the outcome. Adjusting doesn't mean losing what you love. It's about savoring it in ways that lift you up, not weigh you down. A smaller slice, a new fruit, a chat with your doctor. These simple steps build a plate that fuels you for today's needs. Aging well is about intention, not deprivation. Listening to your body, tweaking habits, and embracing flavors that fit the you of now. You've earned these years. Let them shine with energy, not fade with avoidable struggles. So try a swap this week, maybe mango over pineapple, and see how you feel, lighter and steadier. Here's to thriving at every age, with every bite a small victory for the life you're living.